So looking at it, bro, we gotta go ahead and get in at least 10,000.
Whose mans? Get this premium nigga the out of here, bro. He just popped open what looks to be the most clear, refreshing water I've seen in my entire life, with the express purpose of dunking his head into the bowl to wake him up. You know what else could probably really wake you up? Waking up at a regular time of the day, not 3 a.m. But I'm hitting on the wrong things. I'm sure we all see exactly what's wrong with this video, and that's the fact that he spent this entire 6 hours and not once did he eat a single bite of cereal. Where's the Kit Kat cereal, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Ladies and gentlemen, this cannot stand.
Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here.
And I don't want to hear nobody in the comments talking about cereal is not good for you. If you came here for health tips, you're here for the wrong reason. But actually, can anybody think of anything more embarrassing than waking up at 3 a.m. just to spend 6 hours bullshitting and then posting it on the internet just to get clowned? But the clowning part isn't really his fault. You can't really do anything on the internet without getting clowned by some group. And honestly, you can't do anything in life without getting clowned by some group. But there are definitely some things that you can do to get clowned, and it's entirely your fault. And that's why we're here today, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most embarrassing things that could ever happen to a person. But you know what's really embarrassing? Not being subscribed to the best channel on YouTube. Go ahead, take your time, I'll wait. Stuttering has got to be one of the most insane nerfs that a person can have. If you have a stutter, it's like the rest of your stats in life don't even count. You could be above 6 foot, ripped, wealthy, smart, and good at Rocket League. But as soon as you start tripping over your own words, it's like your credibility goes out the window. Having a stutter is like having an anchor that's weighing you down wherever you go. And no matter how much speech therapy you go to, you won't shake it. And that's only for everyday situations. Trust me, it gets worse. And I would know. I have a stutter and I speak too fast. And these speech impediments get so daunting, yeah, that's a big word, look it up, that I have to mentally prep myself before every single recording session. It honestly takes me longer to record audio than to edit the actual video. And it's not just stuttering, speech impediments in general. The worst part is being like in an argument, you have all the facts, you have your lawyer out, you got all the facts on your opponent getting ready to take him down, and just when you're about to give out the final blow, you start tripping over your words. Just imagine Eminem mixing up words mid freestyle. And Parents Clarence have a real good marriage. Parents Clarence, that don't even make sense. What the fuck is this nigga talking about, man? Boo, get off the stage. For some people, that is their entire life. Just imagine being treated as Porky Pig the entire day, every day of your life.
That's all, folks.
And do not get caught lacking during a roast session. They're gonna fry you. And that's why I respect freestylers so much. To be able to think of words on the spot and not stutter once is a God-given talent. And as a bit of a stutterer myself, I'll admit, I used to look up to Juice WRLD when he would run through an entire hour of straight heat. Cause knowing me, a few seconds into the freestyle, I would have forgot the entire English language. Man, I damn near stuttered typing out the script for this video. That's a fourth wall break. Go ahead and subscribe. Next up, we have airballing a shot. And I'm not talking about basketball or any kind of sport. I'm talking about women or men. We don't discriminate. But airballing a shot will leave you believing you are undeserving of love. But for everybody watching, it is hilarious. As a man, there's nothing you want more in life than to see your boy succeed. But I can't lie, watching the homies airball shots left and right has got to be prime time entertainment. This is the kind of stuff they need to put on Zeus Network, honestly. Call it Not Getting Her Number East. I guarantee everyone and their mother would tune in. And it's like watching a homie get rejected is not in any way satisfying, but the laughter that follows will most definitely be very satisfying, especially after the homie gets set up. Yo, she looks good. Yeah, bro, go talk to her. Nah, bro, she's out of my league. Bro, you a grown man. There's no leagues. Just go talk to her. The worst she could say is no. You know what, bro? You are so right. I'm gonna go over there and pour my heart out to her. Pour your heart out. That's not what I said. Oh, sweet temptress. How much longer must I waste away without the feeling of your... The worst you can say is no, huh? I dare you to find anything funnier than that exact scenario playing out in real life. And that's not even the worst version of it. Taking a shot and airballing online is arguably even worse than in person because screenshots exist. And you know exactly where that screenshot is going to be going. Her close friend story, a TikTok slideshow, your personal record, your digital footprint. Next time you go in for a job interview, they're going to pull up those chat logs and see that you are not qualified to do anything. This next one really only happens in school, but it is arguably one of the worst things on this list, and that is accidentally having your backpack open and nobody telling you that it is open. And this is one of those things that is 100% your fault. What are you in such a rush for that you forgot to close your backpack? There is absolutely no way you are so eager to go to your next class that you forgot to close it. You do not care about school that much.
I mean, come on, let's be serious for a second.
But I do get it. It sucks. I've done it a few times too. And on the day it happens, it's like everyone has taken a vow of silence because literally nobody will tell you that the bag isn't closed. I usually don't notice until my bag feels too light and I realize I left behind behind a trail of unfinished homework and textbooks that I've never opened around the hallways. Minus 1 million aura. There's a certain level of privacy that comes with a backpack, which makes it especially embarrassing. All the deep, dark secrets of your life, assuming that you for some reason keep them in your backpack, are now public information. Every bad grade you got on assignment, every single pencil shaving you dropped in there, all the crumpled up sheets of paper from last semester. But it is refreshing in the fact that it's never just you. There's probably like 9 to 10 kids every single day at every single school that walk around with open backpacks. So that means if we take that amount and multiply it by all the schools in America, you'll get...
Screw it, some big ass number. Just do the damn math.
I would do the math, but I lost that page of the worksheet because it fell out of my backpack because I forgot to close it. Next, we have the upgraded version of being rejected, and that is interacting with somebody who was not interacting with you. What do I mean by that? You know when you're walking somewhere, staring at your phone, and then you look up and see somebody waving in your general direction, and you're confused because you don't know who this person is. But now you feel obligated to at least wave back at them, only to realize they weren't waving at you, but to somebody directly behind you. And then there you are, looking like a sad loser with no friends to wave at in public. And this, I can say with confidence that everybody around you is 100% judging you based entirely off of this interaction. Or at least I will. But I'm unemployed and have nothing better to do. So maybe an employed person probably isn't paying attention, but still, while we're on the topic of greetings, another super unreasonably embarrassing thing is getting aired for a high five or a dap, and especially in front of an audience. I'm not gonna lie, if I go for a high five on live television and the person I'm high fiving does not high five me back, no one's leaving the studio alive. And because it was live, every single live viewer is now on my hit list. I know a lot of people would just pull one of these and call it a day, but I personally cannot go out like that. And then there's getting aired for a joke. There is nothing worse than calling all the attention in the room to yourself to make a very loud joke that no one laughs at. Not only did you just confirm that you're not funny, but also you get no attention at home and laugh at your own jokes. Just an all-around societal outcast, doomed to walk the earth yearning for companionship. 8 billion people on the planet, and now one of them would have found that Shaquille O'Neal joke funny. And I don't know who this guy is, but whatever job he has that led him to the situation, it needs to let him go ASAP. This kind of airball might damage the business reputation. Last up, we have the inability to read during popcorn reading or in general predicaments, which again, if you catch yourself doing this, you have no one to blame but yourself. Because why don't you know how to read fluently in a language that you speak? If popcorn reading gives you nightmares, then honestly, you have bigger problems than popcorn reading. And for this specific embarrassing event, I have a story to tell you guys because I apparently can't read either. And keep in mind, these events took place in college. But boom, my boy and I were in a class. I'm not gonna say any names, but just so you guys have some understanding, my boy's name starts with T and ends with Eiler. And this is my day one mans, so keep that in mind too. But boom, we're in class and the teacher's going around the room asking us to read portions of a book. First of all, I don't know why she couldn't just read it herself. I'm paying tuition and you're making me do your job. That don't even make sense. But when I tell you guys, a lot of these grown adults could not get through a single sentence of a book, I really sincerely mean it. My boy and I were sitting in front row of the class trying our absolute best not to laugh. But it gets to my turn and I committed an unforgivable crime. I'm not gonna lie. I was reading through my portion of the book and there was the word premise, which if you don't know, the noun premise and the verb premise have different pronunciations. So I'm reading through the words and accidentally pronounced it premise instead of premise. And all of a sudden, my boy's poker face just shattered. I got hit with the back door of hell. He was acting like we were at a comedy show and I was Kevin Hart. Bro was giggling through the entire rest of my portion of the book. And we can't both be laughing, so I had to lock in. While I'm reading my portion, I look up and I see the teacher looking at us and she is fuming. So I look over at this nigga and he hits me with one of these. Now we're both giggling uncontrollably. And so the teacher asked us both to stay after class. So now not only can I not read, but I'm also a delinquent. As a grown man, I was asked to stay behind class, all because my day one mans backdoored me. But that's all I have for today, guys. Let me know down in the comments if I forgot anything, or if you want to share an embarrassing moment, go ahead. Also, a few friends and I have started a YouTube channel where we do a bunch of challenges. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and subscribe. I'll link in the description. And with that being said, make sure you guys go outside, drink plenty of water, and have a nice day.